RetroDaze.
As kids, we all knew there was only one thing better than fast food: the toys that came with the fast food. Yeah, it was a cold day in hell when we'd visit McDonald's and not order a Happy Meal. I mean, let's be honest, that's really why we were there. I don't mean to say we didn't enjoy the food, but surely we wouldn't have clamored and begged and pleaded if there wasn't a hidden surprise buried deep in the box or bag. Over the years, a number of fast food restaurants have offered tons of excellent movie and television tie-ins, kids' meal toys, and other free promo items. There are so many possibilities to choose from that we've again looked to you, our loyal subscribers, for inspiration. In this, our third installment of fast food promos, it's Viewer's Choice. Our first pick comes from TazRex69, who says, Hardee's had a Gremlin promo of storybooks with read-along vinyl records that I loved as a kid. As soon as I saw the comment, I knew we had to cover this legendary fast food promo.
There's something special for your kids at Hardee's. With any sandwich, fries, and soft drink, get a Gremlin storybook and record for 99 cents or less plus tax. Collect all 5 of these read-along stories about Gizmo and his friends.
It's here Gremlin books, it's here records too. 'Cause you love Gizmo and Gizmo loves you. Now it's Gremlins that are making America say, it's here, it's all here at Hardee's.
Sadly, I'm only aware of the book and record sets from my mini trips to thrift stores and flea markets. In fact, I've even purchased some of them in the past, but had no idea that they originally came from Hardee's because the books and records don't contain any branding from the restaurant. Confusing matters, there's actually a 6th Gremlins book and record set that is not part of the Hardee's promo. It's the official Gremlins read-along adventure based on the motion picture. Now, both sets were manufactured and distributed by Buena Vista Records in 1984. According to a Hardee's print ad, the storybook and record sets were 89 cents, and you could only buy one with each purchase of a sandwich, fries, and soft drink as they became available. This was, of course, a common tactic with promos like this, ensuring that you'd have to come back week after week if you wanted all 5 read-along adventures. The rest of the ad copy reads, Steven Spielberg presents Gremlins, and the story is all here in these beautifully illustrated storybooks, each with its own authentic Gremlins record right inside. All 5 storybooks let you see, hear, and read about the antics of these cute, clever, and mischievous creatures. You can't beat the value or the food, so come to Hardee's and collect all 5. There are some pretty big differences between the Hardee's set and the official motion picture release. For one thing, the official release retells the entire movie in a single 24-page book and accompanying record, while the Hardee's set extends the movie across 5 16-page books with records that run roughly 10 minutes each. Secondly, the official release uses images from the movie, while the Hardee's books use all new illustrations loosely based on the movie. Though these started out as Hardee's exclusives, some reporting suggests they also ended up on toy store shelves years later with no discernible differences, perhaps because there was too much stock made that never sold. The resale price on secondary markets supports this idea of there being plenty available because they're often quite affordable and easy to find, with full sets hovering around the $20 to $30 range, and that includes shipping. On the other hand, if you're just interested in hearing the records for free, you can find the whole set, digitally remastered, on YouTube. Our next pick comes from God of Zombie, who says, in 1987, McDonald's released the Designosaurs. Each was a McDonald's Land character riding a dinosaur that you had to assemble yourself from a plastic sprue of colored plastic. They also came with a sticker sheet to add some color and details to the figure. I wonder if you've heard of these. They seem to be quite obscure. And indeed, they are obscure enough that in our research, we could not locate a commercial or very much information at all. In fact, nearly everything we can find on the subject was already relayed to us via God of Zombies comment. Though we did notice one inconsistency in the mention of sticker sheets that, as far as we can tell from eBay listings, doesn't seem to have been included with the toys. The main 4 toys were Grimace on a pterodactyl, Ronald on a T-Rex, Fry Guy on a brontosaurus, and Hamburglar on a triceratops. The under 3 or U3 toys were much smaller and required assembly. They were Fry Guy in a happy car and Grimace in a taxi.
Dad, Stephanie, you're clever
your car.
Well, if you promise not to drive too fast, and no wheelies, loopies, or skids. You promise?
I promise.
Okay. You have it back by 8 o'clock sharp, all right?
Thank you.
McDonald's Fast Max. Just pull them back and watch them go. Collect a different one each week. 69 cents each with any purchase.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Here to go for a little spin.
Sticking with McDonald's, Nikki DeJong says, I remember in the early 80s, McDonald's had Fast Mac, race cars with Ronald and other characters. They were pull back and go style cars. McDonald's released their Fast Max toys, a set of pullback racing cars, in 1985. The first run of this set was released in the UK in 1984, then came to the US as a regional set and finally nationwide after a redesign in 1985. The main set included the Hamburglar Roadster, Birdie the Early Bird Sun Cruiser, Big Mac Squad Car, and Ronald McDonald Runabout. The cars came packaged in blister packs, and according to the commercial, they seem to have been sold with a food purchase rather than being packaged as free toys and Happy Meals. Confusing matters, some sources do refer to Fast Max as Happy Meal toys, though this may simply be a misnomer. As with most fast food promos, collecting these toys isn't an expensive proposition considering the widespread availability. eBay listings for full sets in the package rarely go for more than $20 shipped, and loose versions, well, those are even cheaper. I personally see these all the time at flea markets for $1 a piece.
In the new movie, The Land Before Time, Littlefoot, Sarah, Ducky, and Spike share an incredible journey. Along the way, they become best friends.
Now we'll always be together.
And now these lovable characters can be your child's friends too. With a pizza from Pizza Hut, a Land Before Time dinosaur is only 99 cents. So come to Pizza Hut. Your friends are waiting.
We'll always be together.
Pizza Hut, making it great.
Senior Flaw mentions a few interesting fast food promos, starting out with the offering Pizza Hut's The Land Before Time puppets. According to the Land Before Time fandom website, during the movie's theatrical run in 1988, the restaurant offered soft rubber hand puppets of Littlefoot, Sarah, Ducky, and Spike for 99 cents. In 1989, when the movie was released on home video, a promotional ad for Pizza Hut preceded the film, and the 4 puppets were made available for purchase again, along with new additions Petrie, 99 cents, and Sharptooth for $1.49. The video cassette also included coupons to be used in Pizza Hut restaurants. There isn't much to the puppet aspect of these other than having completely hollow bodies made of soft rubber. Don't expect movable mouths or eyes, but with a little dexterity you can get their arms and heads to move. While these toys are an impressive size for a fast food promo, they're not quite big enough for an adult hand to fit inside the hollow body. In addition to the rubber puppets, Pizza Hut also had paper masks and activity books that contained, among other things, paper finger puppets.
McDonald's presents
Great news, Fraggles!
Greater than a one Fraggle ping pong game?
Greater Than Laundry.
Tell me, Gobo. No, let me guess. No, tell me. Ah!
It says...
Kids get one of 4 Fraggle Rock toys when their parents buy them a McDonald's Happy Meal featuring Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock. There's Red Fraggle in a radish, Gobo in a carrot, Moki in an eggplant, or Boober and Wembley in a pickle.
I think I'll capture that news in something arty. But first, let's party!
Hooray!
For our next pick, Sabrina79 mentions that she had Fraggle Rock toys that came from McDonald's. Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock is a musical fantasy series that debuted in 1983. It follows the adventures of the Fraggles, small furry creatures who live in a network of caves alongside the industrious Doozers and the giant radish-loving Gorgs. Meanwhile, Henson described the series as a high-energy, raucous musical romp. It's a lot of silliness, it's wonderful. And I'd have to agree. Between the fantastic musical numbers and the expertly choreographed puppetry, it was one of my favorite shows as a kid. A few years into the show's run, McDonald's released a set of Fraggle Rock Happy Meal toys in 1988, which included 4 Fraggle cars: Gobo Fraggle in a carrot car, Red Fraggle in a radish car, Moki Fraggle in an eggplant car, and Wembley and Boober Fraggle in a cucumber car. There were also 2 under 3 toys, which were Gobo holding a carrot and Red holding a radish. Each toy came in its own Fraggle-designed Happy Meal box with artwork, puzzles, and games, including things like Connect the Dots, mazes, picture finds, and much more. According to the Muppet Wiki, Fraggle Rock mugs, aprons, and trucker caps were made available to McDonald's employees. Additionally, there was a test run of this particular promotion, which included 2 different Doozer vehicles, a forklift and a bulldozer, in place of the Moki, Wimbley, and Boober cars.
There's something wacky at McDonald's.
A Big Mac.
The Tiny Toon Adventures gang.
It's Babs and Buster Bunny. And Precious.
Fries. A Diet Coke and
100 Happy Meals.
100 Happy Meals.
When's lunch?
I mean, 1 Happy Meal.
Now buy your kid a hamburger Happy Meal at McDonald's for just $1.99 and get a Tiny Toon flip car. Collect all 4, get all 8.
100 Happy Meals, sir.
Now what?
Better pop the trunk.
McDonald's Happy Meal, just $1.99.
Another toy car promo at McDonald's, as related to us by subscriber Miguel Gare-Stardi, was for the Tiny Toon Adventures flip cars released in 1991. What's better than getting 1 toy in your Happy Meal? Well, getting 2 toys, of course. The gimmick here is that you flip the toys over for a second car and character, making it a wonderful 2-in-1. The promotion included 4 flip vehicles, 2 characters per car, and 2 alternate U3 toys. These were Plucky Duck and Babs Bunny, Buster Bunny Elmira, Go-Go Dodo Montana Max, and Dizzy Devil with Hampton. Meanwhile, the U3 toys were Plucky Duck in a boat and Go-Go Dodo in a bathtub.
McDonald's proudly rolls out 8 exciting new wacky rollers featuring your favorite Tiny Toon Adventure stars and showcased by our lovely spoke models.
This has gone too far.
1 vehicle with each Tiny Toon Adventures Happy Meal you buy.
1 year later, in 1992, the Tiny Toons returned with Wacky Rollers cars. There were 8 cars, each one featuring at least 1 character from the show. As each car moved, various actions were performed.
They're coming to a Hardee's near you. The stars of Hardee's Cinnamon and Raisin Biscuits. And now, when you buy any 2 Rise and Shine biscuits or any dessert, you can get a cool California raisin for only 99 cents. There's 4 in all, a new one each week. Get your California raisins at Hardee's. Another way we're out to win you over.
Tim Wright 3438 supplied us with the California Raisins from Hardee's, which is also our final pick of the week. There have been 5 distinct California Raisins promotions at Hardee's restaurants offered during the years 1987, 1988, 1991, and 2000. These releases mainly consisted of PVC figures, though there were also bendable plush toys, Grapevine Tour 88 cups, and special children's meal boxes too. Most often, the PVC figures depicted the raisins with some kind of musical instrument or in the midst of dancing. The first installment of 4 were Tiny Goodbite with a microphone, a sax player, Justin X, Grape with blue shoes, and Ben Indesun wearing sunglasses. In later series, we also got raisins on skateboards, wearing roller skates, playing guitars, holding radios, and more. Of course, California Raisin figures weren't relegated to Hardee's, and for collectors, there are plenty of other releases to choose from. Once again, we find ourselves at the end of a list that could have gone on for another 1,000 entries. Anyone who frequents flea markets knows just how many fast food promotions there are, because it's hard to walk past a vendor that doesn't have a box absolutely overflowing with the things. Well, luckily we had our viewers' suggestions to help narrow down which ones we talked about today, and frankly, we're hoping you'll help us out again for the next installment. So tell us, what other fast food promos are worth discussing? I would love to hear about it down in the comments. If you enjoy our content, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and maybe, just maybe, activating that ubiquitous notification bell. It really does make a huge difference. Let's meet again next week to celebrate Yesteryear, right here on RetroDaze.
Clicky clacky.